What's up everyone, it's your boy X-Man87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive New Mutants Dani Moonstar, Wolfsbane, and Karma action figure review. Before I get into everything, if you could please leave a like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel, I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's take a closer look at these New Mutants. Danielle Moonstar, as we call her Dani Moonstar, formerly known as Mirage, she debuted in New Mutants Marvel graphic novel number 4, created by the legendary Chris Claremont and Bob McLeod. Dani Moonstar is a Native American of Cheyenne heritage. Growing up in Colorado, she manifested her mutant powers at the age of 10 from the form of visible nightmares she would extract from the minds of those around her. She made an effort to stifle these powers due to having thoughts in predicting the deaths of her parents and grandfather. Her grandfather's final wish was for her to seek training in controlling these powers by a man named Professor Charles Xavier. She angrily refused at first because of him being an Anglo. After a change of heart, she later fulfilled his wish and took the moniker of Mirage, a founding member of the New Mutants. Moonstar's signature mutant ability is to project her enemy's greatest fear onto them. The most awesome trait about this ability is that the fear factor manifests visibly, and others around the victim will experience the waking nightmare as well. On top of this, she has the ability to fire psychic arrows from her bow. Along with that, she can communicate with animals empathically and telepathically, like wolves, tigers, bears, and fellow teammate Wolfsbane in her lupine animal type form. During M-Day, she lost her mutant powers, however, it did not affect her physical prowess nor fighting skills, as her remarkable physicality of superhuman strength, speed, durability, stamina, and agility are impeccable. I mean, she is so badass that she can shoot an arrow with her feet. How awesome is that? Not the first time this character has lost one of her powers, as she used to have the ability to manipulate quantum energy. She was able to regain her mutant powers after being infected with Warlock's transmode virus, then cured of it by Dark Beast. She then was chosen and bestowed to be a Valkyrie of Asgard. Wielding a sword and having her powers obtained from a reborn Hela, her powers are now greater than they were physically. Writer Matt Fraction labels it as a Valkyrie Plus, thus being able to slay a god. Having honorable titles such as a team leader, warrior, Valkyrie, etc., Dani Moonstar is one of the most powerful and diverse characters of the Marvel Universe. So we finally get a Dani Moonstar, and this is not the first time we were supposed to get a Dani Moonstar. We were supposed to get one back in the early part of this decade, like the 2011, 2012, around there. And that one was part of the Return of Marvel Legends line, but never saw the light of day. And at that time, it came with the spear that came with Valkyrie and the Hulk Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack. I believe a pistol, I believe this same bow and arrow as well. But looking back at that, I'm glad they never released that version and we have this one, which is so much better. I mean, she doesn't have those ugly ball jointed hips. I can't stand those, and much better articulation. It didn't even look like it had a wrist articulation, to be honest. And the head sculpt didn't look that great either. Taking a closer look at Dani Moonstar, this head sculpt, face sculpt is absolutely gorgeous. I love how this came out. I love the red headband right there. She's got the dark eyebrows, nice beautiful brown eyes, black eyeliner right there, and gorgeous red lipstick. Her face looks, you know, very mean, but, you know, the sexy kind of mean. And her hair sculpt is absolutely beautiful. Very Native American-like, which I absolutely love. You got the leather hair wraps on her braided pigtails. That is absolutely stunning, and this is very, again, very Native American-like. I kind of know this hairstyle since I have Native American in me, so this is very, very beautiful. Man, love that head sculpt. Now taking a look at the rest of the body here, she's donning her modern-day New Mutants costume. I like the solid black and the yellow we're getting here. So it's a nice design overall. You got the big long yellow X right here, and yeah, it goes front and back. You got the X-Men logo, the X logo right there on the left side of her chest. You get some newly added sculpted parts right here on the forearm. As you can see, her glove has some padded looking type of texture designs, and the boots have that same sculpt and texture as the gloves do, with that inner padding type of sculpture inside. So this is a newly sculpted piece. And one thing to note about these boots is that it looks like it has a calf swivel. because there's like this gap right here, and there is no calf swivel despite the cut. As far as accessories go, she comes with her signature bow and arrow. Now, if you're gonna ask me, hey X-Manny, how did you get your Dani Moonstar to hold this arrow? Well, I'll be happy to explain. What I basically did was take an X-Acto knife and gently cut down the middle of her hand right here, having these two fingers separate. And you see the bottom part of the arrow, that slim part right above the nub. Just take that and slide it in the middle right there until she has like a nice firm grip, and voila, that is how you do it. That way you can have her holding the arrow properly, since she doesn't have, you know, a proper holding arrow hand. I wish she had that, but you know, sometimes you just gotta be innovative. And the bow right here, this part is kind of springy, so if you want to launch your arrow, if you pull it, yep, you'll be able to shoot it. Man, that shot real far. Almost hit my cat. If you want to substitute a psionic arrow for her, I would recommend the Lightning Collection Pink Ranger arrow effect here. I think that would work pretty well. And if you want to give her a spear, I gave her Shervy's spear because I think it looks really good with this. Now, the best part of her accessories are the bonus character parts, and I love it. If you buy an extra, you'll have parts to have a Wolfsbane and a Karma, giving you 3 new mutants to add to your X-Men shelf. This is a great strategy by Hasbro to bolster up your mutants team. You pretty much knock 3 birds with 1 stone on this one, and you know, it just gets you closer to completing a team. Taking a close look at the Wolfsbane head sculpt, this looks really good. I like how this came out. Really like the hair sculpt here. You know, got that very Wolverine-like hairstyle, you know. The pointy ears right there. Green eyes. And, you know, nice eyebrows right there. This is really cool. Her mouth, however, gets a little weird. It's like her teeth are not completely painted all the way through. It's just the top part that's painted in white, and the bottom part is just not painted. I wish it was painted all the way through in white. That would have looked so much better. Again, nice head sculpt, nice addition to this set. And she got her Wolfbane hands, so they're very just open, like feral type hands. Taking a look at Karma, very beautiful, man. She came out really nice. I really like this hair sculpt, the head sculpt, face sculpt. I love how vibrant and pink those eyes are. Really nice. The black eyeliner completely surrounding the eye. Nice colored lipstick. You know, she's got the thin, dark eyebrows right there. Bangs in the front. It looks really good, man. For her hands, she has those open hands that we've seen on Scarlet Witch, Polaris, etc. You know how these are. Now, I really wish this figure came with a telepathic effect. Her telepathic effect looks a little different from other telepaths. More of a squarey, blocky type of shape. So, it would have been a cool feature. Now, what I've seen online right here is really innovative. I've seen people use the binary Captain Marvel head and hands and effects and put it on this body to make a magma figure. And I gotta say, it looks pretty freaking dope. Whoever's idea this was, bro, use a smart one. I'll wait and be patient. I'm pretty sure they'll give us a magma down the line. So I've seen people online put this head on this body and then put this arm on this body to have a Magic in her New Mutants costume. Unfortunately, you can't do that right away. You'll have to Dremel the head in order for that to fit. So I don't know if I'm going to experiment with that later. Lots of kit bashing possibilities with these, so that definitely adds to the fun factor of this. Now, to cover articulation with Dani Moonstar, her head moves that far up real good, that far down, moves left, right, it pivots, and it rocks around. Her shoulders move that far up, really good, it moves down, all around. She got the shoulder swivel, and elbows that bend in about 90 degrees. You got the elbow swivel, wrist hinge, and wrist swivel. Her ab crunch moves that far down, that far back. It does pivot, rocks around, and swivels. Her legs move that far apart, and it moves that far up and that far back so she could get somewhat of a frontward split. Her upper leg rocks around, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and yes, heel to the butt. No calf swivel, as I mentioned earlier. Her foot moves that far up, that far down, and she's got awesome ankle pivot. Now for some comparisons, here is Dani Moonstar next to her New Mutants teammates of Magic and Warlock. Now let's add Karma and Wolfsbane to this ensemble, and man, this New Mutants team is going to look real good when Hasbro completes it. Here's Dani Moonstar next to her fellow Native American Forge, and here is Karma next to Shadow King, as these two have a history with each other in the comics. And here is Wolfsbane compared to the recently reviewed Polaris and Havoc, and some people are putting this head sculpt and hands on this Polaris body, but to me it doesn't look right. I feel like this Wolfsbane needs her own body mold in her X Factor costume. If you're wondering how it looks, here you go. Alright guys, and now to wrap things up, this figure is another great example and great effort from Hasbro, giving us a build-a-team figure. I love that they're showing us how much they care for us as collectors, giving us a special treat like this. Buying this figure 3 times makes us feel that we can complete our teams in a much quicker fashion. The Karma head came out really good, hoping to get a powered down face with neutral eyes down the line. Wolfsbane's head and hands are a great addition to have. With a neutral face, I'm hoping for a more expressive type of face for when she's made in her X Factor attire. Dani Moonstar is the main attraction here, obviously with the best head sculpt and inclusions of extra accessories and weapons with her bow and arrow. I'd love to see her in one of her blue and yellow X-Men costumes or an Asgard Valkyrie version to add to the cosmic shelf. That would be super dope. And my final rating is a 10 out of 10. Total awesomeness, and I'll take 3 please. Anytime we can get bonus characters like this, it's always a win for bolstering our shelves with team builders. Since Hasbro is going hardcore in completing teams, I love to get a Cypher, a fully powered up Sunspot, and a New Mutants Cannonball with legs, lols, to further complete our New Mutants team within the next year or so. So that was my review. Drop a like rating on the video, comment, we'll chat about it. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, link is in the description below. Get your Marvel Legends figures at Big Bad Toy Store, link is in the description below. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy your picks at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.